Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Joe Fortin and this is Sydney Richeson and we are representing Sovereign Synergy. We are here today with our dear friend and colleague, Elle of MyVitaminL. How's it going, Elle?
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. So we're here today to announce a sexual trauma healing workshop, which we're going to be co-hosting on Saturday, May 7th. It's going to be a 3-hour workshop. I'm actually just going to defer to Elle right now about the details. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do.
Yes, so it will be on May 7th, Saturday. So that'll be 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in the Central Time Zone. And what we're going to do is the three of us, we're very excited, are going to go through different elements of how to heal one's own, sexual trauma. And so we're going to start off with Joe in a teaching portion. Then we will move over to myself. I'll take you through some emotional awareness training. And then we'll end on Sydney, who is a masterful coach. And she's going to take us through a 90-minute movement routine. So I will let you, Joe, explain a little bit more what you'll be sharing in your teaching portion.
All right. So yeah, real briefly, just going over some bullet points here. I'm going to start right off with just the social taboo around sexuality and just around having these conversations to begin with, and leading into sexual education or a lack thereof and the problems that this causes in society and how this actually can lead to a lot of sexual trauma. Also going to talk about pornography a little bit and the negative effects and negative health effects that can have on an individual, including on the brain itself. And, how that can lead to, objectification and a lot of, sort of negative sexual attitudes and behaviors. Going to be talking about soul fragmentation and the shadow self and like emotional fracturing. And I'm going to go into sort of a little bit of the bioenergetic component of that as it relates to the breath and movement mechanics, which is going to integrate well with what Sydney's going to teach us. Going to go a little bit into victimizer programming, and I will explain what that is in the workshop. I'm going to talk about just confronting your emotions and self-accountability, and we're going to work on looking at the victim mentality and moving out of that into a place of empowerment. And lastly, I'm going to talk about how this affects relationships and how one can move from like continually attracting, toxic dynamics and move into attracting like healthy dynamics and creating healthy dynamics in one's life. So yeah, that's going to be my portion of the workshop. And then Elle is going to go ahead and do some emotional awareness stuff with us, right, Elle?
Yes. I'm very excited about this portion. So my portion is the emotional awareness training. So I will guide you through some techniques which will help us to first identify the emotion we're experiencing, and then secondly, to develop the capacity to sit with and hold that emotion, and which will tie in beautifully with Sydney's portion of movement. And you will be able to use these techniques during the movement portion to identify what is it that my body is releasing, what is it that my body needs next, what is it that my heart, mind, and soul need next. And so I will hand it over to you, Sid, to share a little bit more about, so you can speak to the movement portion.
Yes, in this movement portion, we will be doing fascial maneuvers, some bioenergetic exercises for specific emotional releases, and also qigong. And I'll get into the reasons of how all of those incorporate during the workshop, but just to give you a brief overview, fascial maneuvers are a movement philosophy that helps the body to heal, helps the body to release trapped emotions, trapped traumas, toxins, all the things in a way that combines counter rotation, torque therapy, breath work, and body awareness. And so I often joke that I speak body language better than English. And if you come to the workshop, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say that. I speak movement much more eloquently than words sometimes, but I'm getting better at the words part. Anyways, so we will be, again, assisting the body in processing all of the education, all of the emotional awareness in a way that allows the embodiment process to fully occur and fully happen. Our body is a microcosm of our macrocosm, both universe and our daily life reality. Anything that's happening in your external world has a corresponding internal dynamic associated with that. And so I will kind of allow us to, or I will help us to
Integrate.
Yes. And I'm going to stop there.
Thanks. And so Elle, can you give us the details on how everyone can get some information on this and how to contact you if they have any questions?
Yes. So we are going to have a sign up link in the video or in the video bio, whichever.
In the description. Yep.
In the description. Thank you. Lots of TikTok videos being recorded here. Bio. But also, if you have any questions, you can email me at weneedmorevitaminl@gmail.com. So, and that will also be in the description. Should I read the description out loud here?
Oh, sure, if you'd like, yeah.
Or not the description, but if you'd like to sign up, you can just go to calendly.com/myvitaminl. And you will find it there.
Okay, great. Yeah, and we will post all of these details down below. And as usual, my details and contact information will be there as well. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, if you'd like to correspond with me, you're free to do so as well. But in terms of questions pertaining to the details of the workshop, I may refer you to Elle. But yeah. Anything else we need to cover? All right. Well, we hope to see you there. If, and this is for anyone who's been through sexual trauma, or if you're looking to understand and be helpful to a family member, a friend, someone that you care about, this can be really helpful in that regard as well. So, yeah.
And women and men are invited to this. So this is a co-ed event. And if you want to explain that, you can, but I'm going to stop.
Yeah. So, this event is, again, for both sexes. And, if necessary, we may do some form of breakout group, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So
and it's really good for if you're wanting to develop a healthy relationship. If you've noticed that you've had experiences from the past that have held you back in your relationships, and you'd like to essentially integrate that into your life and transmute it, this workshop will be really helpful in developing future healthy relationships with yourself and others.
Right. And lastly, I'll say, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be teaching personally is things that I use to move from, a fairly toxic string of relationships to where I am now. And so that I hope speaks to the efficacy of the education component, at least.
So if you want to heal on a mental, emotional, and physical level around this topic, this is the workshop for you.
Right. So yeah, we'll call it good there. And yeah, thank you, Elle, again for doing this with us. And thank you all for watching our little video here. Again, contact Elle. You can contact me if you would like, but preferably Elle if you have any questions. So
yeah, the email address is weneedmorevitaminl, the letter L, @gmail.com.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And there will be more videos on this topic, and we'll see you soon.
See you May 7th.
Awesome.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below and click the icon to your left to subscribe. New content every week about spirituality and addiction from myself, Joe Fortin. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.